this is Sarah with Tharp Family Farms. Today we are making tallow. I went to a local butcher yesterday and bought 10 pounds of tallow for $30. As you can see here, it ended up making 10 pints. So definitely a lot cheaper than buying it at the store. So benefits of using tallow: it's rich in it has a rich flavor. It just tastes really good. It has a high smoke point, and it's all natural, no added ingredients or preservatives. It's nutrient abundant with vitamins A, D, E, and K. You basically just use it in cooking anywhere you would use oil, or it can be a substitute for butter as well. So in this video, we're just going to be showing you our process on how we rendered the tallow, and then how we're going to store it. Okay, so now we're ready to render our tallow. So we ground this up last night and then put it in the fridge all night. We're gonna show you two methods. The first is the Crockpot, and the second is our Dutch oven, and we're gonna put that in the oven. So we'll see which one works better. The Crockpot, we're gonna add about a cup of water, and then we are going to be cooking it on high for 4 hours, 3 to 4 hours. We just want to kind of make sure we're checking it every so often to make sure it doesn't burn. But we'll know it's done when it's clear and there's little foamy bubbles on top. And then the same with the Dutch oven method. We're also going to add about a cup of water. And we are going to be putting this in the oven at 325 for about 3 hours as well. Okay, and we'll see which one works best. All right, it has been about an hour, and we're just gonna check on the progress. Here in the crock pot, looks like it's starting to melt. We're gonna just mix it with the immersion blender to help speed up the process. And this one is in the oven, and same thing, we're just gonna mix it with the immersion blender. And this just gives it more surface area to help make it more tallow. Scrape down the sides a little bit. Okay, and now we're just gonna put this back in the oven and let it keep cooking. I just took this one out of the oven. It was in for about 3 hours, and you can see it's completely melted, and it's got these little white foamy bubbles forming on the top of it. So this one is done. Let's take a look at the one in the crock pot. This one does not have the foamy bubbles quite yet, so I'm gonna let it go a little longer. Okay, this just came out of the oven, like we showed you, and we're gonna go ahead and just strain it.
What are you straining it with?
With a mesh strainer, and this is a cheesecloth over a bowl.
doing that.
So there we go. Wasn't actually much to strain out. Pretty much settled to the bottom of the pan. There we go. Okay, now our final step is just going to be to pour this into some jars. You'll want to just keep the lids off until they have fully cooled to avoid condensation. And after this, we'll just go ahead and put them in the freezer to store them. Alright, it's been about 2 hours since I took those out of the oven, and I think the Crockpot tallow is finally ready. You see it's clear and there's white bubbles forming on the top. So I won't show you the whole putting it in the jar step again, but that's what I'm gonna do. And then we'll go ahead and once these are all cooled off, put the lids on them and store them in the freezer. So comparing the two methods, I would say if you're short on time, the oven worked better. It was a lot quicker, but overall, both methods worked very well for rendering our tallow.